This is part 2, the bird, or correctly, the drinking bird, its functions, so forth, and workings. Now, in part 2, we continue. We have already seen the beginning in part 1 of the start cycle, the device becoming active. Now we move on to mid-cycle of activity, where, upon the pivot point, we have begun to shift. The top sphere is now moving downward, and the bottom sphere is now moving up due to the differential of liquid. At this point in mid-cycle of active, all three zones are still acting as closed, separate systems. Now, we then next enter the end cycle of the active. At this point, the liquid and the surface tension at our far left side is broken from the bottom of the tube, and the system equalizes, becoming one complete, single, enclosed system. Now, I will show you, these are shown on the box in several pictures so that you can see that physically. Now, number 1. Okay, if we say our bird is at an ambient temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and we move it into a freezer at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, what will it do? 2. What if we place this bird in direct hot sunlight? Will the bird function? Will there be some kind of minor activity as the gas or vapor and liquid of CH2, Cl2, and the glass become active or move due to the new ambient temperatures and adjusting? Can this energy or heat exchange device be made more responsive? Now, things to consider. Area number 1, CH2, Cl2 vapor gas, is the most constricted closed system, having to force liquid to move, and has the least volume of all three of our enclosed, when upright, separate systems. Now, area number 2, CH2, Cl2 vapor gas, has the most volume, space, and liquid pushing on it. Area number 3, though having the least amount of space or area, is the most reactive to energy, being a liquid rather than a vapor or gas, and also it has only vapor or gas as counterforces. Next, it is analogous to water flowing through a paddle wheel. Energy is flowing from a high pressure at the bottom system to a low pressure system at the top. The more energy that flows through our device, the better. Our goal is to make the top of the bird sphere have the least ability to retain, hold energy, that being heat. Now, I'll end right here before continuing and moving on to part 3. I hope you've enjoyed this so far.